Hello, welcome. For those of you new here, my name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full-time. I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best, and I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. And today I'm going to be sharing with you a neutral eyeshadow look using the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 9. This is a gorgeous palette, you all. I love this. I was telling my friend Patty, this is one of my favorite palettes that Younique has ever come out with. The colors are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you how to create a really pretty neutral look and then how to take that into like a date night without having to completely redo your makeup. Now, couple of things before I get started with this eye makeup look. I did put the Moodstruck eye primer on my lid. This is great at really allowing those pigments to pop, prevent them from creasing, helps hold them in place all day long. Then another question that I often get is, what am I wearing on my lips? So today I'm wearing the lip butter in the color Date Night. This is a limited edition color. It's like a chocolate red brown color. It's really, really pretty. And I think it's going to be perfect for as I take this look from a neutral look to a smoky eye look. So I'm going to let this dry for about 5 minutes or so, and I will be right back. So now that I have let that dry for about 5 minutes or so, that eye primer, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with this shadow here. It's called Introverted. This is a great transition color. If you know me, I love my transition colors, and I know what you're thinking. What is a transition color? Essentially, a transition color, I'm going to put it on the end of my fluffy crease brush. I'm going to tap off any excess there, and I'm going to look into my handy mirror here. It really helps allow those pigments, as you put them in that outer corner, to build really, really nicely. So sometimes what happens is, especially depending on the quality of the eyeshadow can sometimes be really dusty. It can also be really patchy looking when you apply it on the eye. Now, I'm really spoiled. The Younique eyeshadows, I don't think I've ever seen where they are patchy or there's a lot of like dusty where it just like you put it on, it just like flies everywhere, right? But if you do have that, you know, you're going to want to make sure that you put down a transition color first, because again, like I said, what that allows you to do is to build those darker pigments, especially as we go in and we want to create that smoky eye look later. It allows you to build really, really nicely onto that. So I'm just taking this and I'm putting it in the outer corner and just above wherever I have my eye open, I want to be able to see that pigment. And I'm going about to the middle of the pupil. All right, I don't want to bring it too far in. That can really kind of close off the eye. So if you have bigger eyes, you may want to bring it a little bit more in. But I like to just take it about midway. And I have found less is more. So I recommend just taking a little bit of pigment to begin with. And then if you want it to be a little bit darker, then you can kind of build and go back in and add additional pigment. It can be a little bit tricky if you start out with a heavy hand to try to counterbalance that with a lighter looking look. All right, so again, just taking that Introverted windshield wipering it in the crease. All right, with that fluffy crease brush. This is a great brush. This is part of the February special. This palette is part of the February special, as well as the fluffy crease brush is in the beauty box. So the beauty box for the month of February is 14 full-size products for $99. It's over $400 worth of makeup and skincare. It's a really good deal. And it also gives you 20% cash back on your Younique debit card for any future purchases that you make. So if you're interested in that, make sure you comment beauty box. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do to kind of create this neutral eye look, I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow right here. It's called Amiable. And again, I'm going to take a little bit of that onto the fluffy crease brush, onto the end there. I like to hold my brush a little bit more towards the end. This is going to give me a looser hand. This means that the pigment's going to go on really, really nice and light and smooth. If you hold it up closer with that tighter grip, that's going to give you a little bit more of a precise application. And I like to just really build the pigment in a really nice ombre gradual effect. So that's why I kind of typically, when you see me apply my eyeshadow, I'm holding the brush more towards the end versus really close and tight up. All right, and again, I'm just taking it in and putting it in the outer corner. and then there along the crease. All right, and then you can see that pigment just a little bit there. You could even bring it up a little bit higher if you wanted. You want to kind of play around with it. You know, if you bring it up a little bit higher, it's going to help kind of lift the eye up. All right, so I'm going to go in on the other side here. In this palette, absolutely gorgeous. There's lots of different looks that you can create with this palette. I'm just going to show you one or two here today. Again, kind of doing a little bit more of a neutral eye, and then how I kind of can transition that into a smoky eye look later. But what you can do is you can play tic-tac-toe. So you could wear the pigments up and down or across and create like a look using the shadows that way. You could also go diagonal, or you could just honestly jump around and create whatever look you want. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my deluxe brush. I'm going to go in with this pink color here. It's called Bashful, and this is going to be about it for me and for this look. Again, I wanted to keep it really neutral, really light, and I'm just taking that Bashful and I'm putting that all over the lid. Anytime that you put a shadow on the lid, it really helps balance out the tone of the lid, and it's going to give you a more youthful appearance. So I'm just taking that pink, going all over the lid, just like that. I am going to take my fluffy crease brush one last time. I am going to come in a little bit further, and I'm going to blend that to make sure I don't have any harsh lines where I put on that Bashful. That's what that shadow is called, right? Yeah, okay, I'm like, oh. All right, so there you have it. That is my neutral, natural eyeshadow look. Again, just adding a little bit of depth there to the outer corner and creating a really pretty look on the eyes. Now, what can we do to take this to that next level, that nighttime glam, that look that you want, okay? There's a couple of different options here that you could create. So what I'm going to do for that smoky eye is I'm going to go in with this one here. It's called Valued. This is probably the darkest shadow on the palette, and that can sometimes feel intimidating. Again, I recommend starting out with a little bit less product, and again, I'm just focusing that more in the outer corner. And you can see, because I laid down that other shadow, it's building and blending really, really nicely. So it's not like this stark black. You're getting that nice smoky look, right? So just taking that in the outer corner and along the brow bone, just like that. Tap off the excess, and I'm going to go in now on the other side. Now, what I like to do is I like to also kind of smoke out the lower lash line, and that really helps bring that eye makeup look all together. So I'm going to take my crease brush, and I'm going to tap into that dark Valued color, and I'm going to go just really close on the lash line. You don't want to drag it too far down because that can drag the whole eye down, but you can see now that I've brought that down a little bit, it really helps to pull that eye makeup look all together. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Keep it really close to the lash line. I also, for me personally, I don't want to make the eye look smaller. So when I smoke it out, I only bring it to about there. I don't bring it all the way in. That can really close off the eye. Anytime that you put eyeliner on that lower eye, it's going to make that eye appear smaller. So if you're wanting your eyes to look smaller, you're going to want to put eyeliner or that darker color all the way in. For me, I just like to bring it in about to here, and that just really helps to bring the eye makeup look all together. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that Trustworthy color, and that has a little bit of a shimmer to it, and it's a little bit darker. I'm going to just take that, I'm going to press it right on top of that Bashful, right in the middle of the lid. And again, this is going to really help take that look from day to night. All right, so there you have it. If you have any questions about this eye makeup look, please do not hesitate to ask it. If you like these types of videos where I go step by step with an eye makeup tutorial, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, so that way anytime I post a new video, and make sure you hit that thanks button. Have a great day.